Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is currently 11 p.m. in the night and I'm downstairs, which I don't know why, but I guess we are. And today today and for over a couple days, I am going to be doing some beta reading for the very nice Sophie Von Ahn. Her channel will be linked down below. And I thought it'd be pretty fun if I vlogged the experience. So I am in my pajamas. Just ignore that. I currently have the email that she sent me to look through it. So I thought it'd be fun to start off this video with doing a little bit of beta reading for now. And then tomorrow I'm going to spend a lot of my day just doing that. So I'm pretty excited. Like, I've heard quite a bit of stuff that she's mentioned in the Discord, so I'm just desperate to start reading it basically. And I decided to take you along on the journey. I've beta read for one person before in the past, but their project wasn't as long as this one is from what I've heard. So I'm interested to see what this is gonna be like, but I'm ready to start. I'm currently at my dining room table. I have my robe on because it's really cold. I have the document pulled up right here. I am just about to start reading the first chapter and I can't tell you how excited I am. Like, I'm literally so excited. I didn't even read the book yet, but I know I'm gonna love it already. As expected, I am getting like super distracted by the Discord, but that's okay. I'm just put on some music because I can't work in the background. I don't know if you can tell, but I always have music on, whether it be through headphones or whether it be out loud. I just can't work in silence. So I'm going to do the first page just to ease myself into the story, try and get a feel for the world, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know my thoughts about that so far. I'm trying to like really tell my thoughts as they come to me because I feel like if Sophie's watching this, it'll help her to have my initial reaction to things. So yeah, and also I think it might be quite fun for you to see my initial reaction to things without talking anymore, without dragging this on because I desperately want to start reading. I'm going to start reading. So let's read the first page. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just read the first page and I am already so impressed. I realized that I have to sort of read things out loud to myself because I skipped over this specific bit and then I was confused and then I reread it and I was like, right. But so far, just from the first page, I can already feel the excitement for what's gonna happen to this character that was mentioned just now. I'm just so excited. I like it so far. I don't really have much to say about the first part. This is a very nice first page though, and I'm super excited to read more. So that's probably what I'll do because now that I read the first page, I can't stop myself. I moved upstairs, excuse that terrible lighting, and it's still pretty late and I think I'm just going to spend like another 10 minutes just reading through and then I'm going to spend tomorrow just reading that. So I'm super excited. I'm currently on page 3, so not a lot, but I'm just enjoying myself too much and I'm trying to like think about some of the things that she might want me to look at and keep that in mind as I'm reading. I'm just going to stop talking now and get back into it. I'm so excited. I love this story already. And yeah, that's what we'll do now. And then the next time you see me, it should be tomorrow with me ready to read even more. It's really good. It's really good. I originally said I'm only gonna work for 10 minutes, but I think I'm just gonna finish chapter 1, fill in the form that she left for chapter 1, and then call it a day. I'm probably not gonna get much sleep because these characters will be in my head. I'm gonna continue reading chapter 1, and then tomorrow, this time for reals, tomorrow I'll come back reading chapter 2, and hopefully a lot more chapters after that too, with comments along the way of what I think. So as you can probably tell, it is the next day, and as we speak I currently have 2 chapters read. So I read chapter 1 yesterday, or in the early hours of the morning, and I read chapter 2 today, earlier when I was downstairs, and now I'm ready to read chapter 3. I'm super excited to start reading. I have like a specific goal in mind for how many chapters I should read a day in order to read as quickly as possible. So it's 35 chapters, the book, so if I read 5 chapters a day, I should be done in a week. And that means I have to read 3 more chapters today, which I'm hoping to do. And I'm starting to learn about the characters and the world that they're living in. It's so good. I already have a favourite character just from reading those 2 chapters. So every time I see this character's name on the page, I'm like, yes! Welcome back! So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get my computer started back up and do some more reading. So that's what we'll do. So I have the document pulled up here, ready on chapter 3. I also have a couple other documents pulled up just in case I want to start working on some of my own projects, because I'm not good at time management, so I just have to have them there to remind me to do it. But I'm just really excited to start doing this. I'm quickly going to set up something to listen to because I can't work in silence. So then as soon as that's done, I'm going to read, and I know I'm gonna have a great time doing so because this book is already so good. So it is now 5:10, so it's a little bit late, but I get distracted so easily, I guess. I'm officially on chapter 4, so I really want to keep reading because I've read a little bit of chapter 4 already and put my comments in, which is mostly just... If I could, every single word would just have heart emojis because it's so good. I think instead of reading more, I'm just going to do a little bit of work on my short story and maybe fix a little bit of things that I have to do for the second book of the Dystopian trilogy that I haven't fixed yet. But it's just like little edits mostly, and though I don't like editing my books as I write, this bit needs to be fixed. It desperately needs to be fixed. I think I'm just going to spend like 20 minutes on that and then go back to beta reading because I just can't wait. At least tomorrow I have the entire day off. Today I had to start a little bit late because I had school, but tomorrow's gonna be a big productive day of beta reading and a little bit of work. Mostly beta reading though. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that now, and then the next time you see me, I'm hoping to carry on beta reading. So that's the plan. That's what we'll do. It's considerably later, but I am beta reading and it's still the same day. So currently over here, I am doing my beta reading. I'm just going to work up to chapter 6 because I have a specific plan in mind of how many I want to do a day. I'm having a blast reading this. I don't know if you can tell because I'm like tired. It's pretty late, but oh my gosh, I absolutely love this, and the more I read, the more invested I am with the characters, and any little bit that happens to them that isn't like ideal, I just cry for them, which is great. I love this story. Good job, Sophie. Time to do some more beta reading, but first I'm probably gonna go get a drink. So just as I wanted, I officially reached chapter 6, which means I'm going to call it for the day. My plan is to just basically read 5 chapters a day so that in a week I can have it all read. And if it doesn't work out, I still have the goal of 5 chapters a day so that I can get it read pretty quickly. It is 12:05, which isn't ideal to start doing some work now, but I only want to reach 3,000 words for my story and I'm only 200 words off. So I think I'm just going to quickly write those 200 words and then I'm going to call it a night. And then tomorrow I have some big plans. So hopefully I can do those plans. Tomorrow I'll be back, or later today I'll be back to do some more beta reading because, well, I'm too attached to these characters. Oh my gosh, I love them all so much. I love the trio. They're so good. All I'm gonna say is these characters are so lovable. They're so great. It's just like you can't help but not read about them. They're just so interesting and the world building is so interesting. And welcome! I'm currently downstairs in my living room. I just filmed a little bit of a Valentine's Day video, if you couldn't tell from my makeup and my hoodie. I'm taking a little bit of a break from drafting, so I decided what better than to do some beta reading. So I'm hoping to get chapter 6 read now and then I will go back to making the video. But because I am beta reading, I decided to update you all. And also, the lighting is terrible because the sun keeps coming out and then hiding in the clouds, and it decides to come out again, then it decides to rain. UK weather is the best. Because of that, I have this awkward lighting all the time, but I hope you can stick with that. I hope you can deal with that. Enough rambling. I'm just going to bring my laptop over onto the sofa just so I get like a little bit of a break from where I was working the whole time and do some more reading for Project What. I've got my laptop over here and now I'm gonna do some reading. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Time. It is now a lot later in the day, but it is still the same day, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've been writing my short story all day, so I thought it would be pretty fun to take this as a break and work on the beta reading. I could do with a good reading break. I moved over here from my bed and my computer just started up because it was charging. The plan is to do some beta reading now. I'm currently on chapter 7, so I'm hoping to get up to chapter 8 and then switch back to writing my short story, but for now we're just gonna beta read. If I want to, I'll continue. If I feel like I need to work on my short story because I desperately want this done, then I might just switch. I love the story so much, and in every chapter I just get like tidbits and details and world building that just keeps me so interested that I just can't look away. And sometimes I forget to put any comments because I'm so entranced. So I'm sorry, Sophie, if like you come across a bunch of paragraphs and no comments. I'm just too interested to take the minute and write a comment, which I know as a beta reader I probably should, but I'm trying. Anyway, I'm gonna get the document pulled up and when I'm ready, I'll come back. Alright, so the document is now pulled up. I'm at the bit that I need to read, and so I'm just gonna go get started with that. So I officially reached chapter 8, and I think for the next 2 chapters that I have to read today, well, 3 chapters that I have to read today, I'm going to go downstairs. So when I'm ready to read them, I'll come and update. But for now, I'm going to work on my short story, so you won't see me for a while. Well, you'll see me in like a second, but I won't come back for a while. Okay, see you in a bit. It is another day and I am still wearing the same jumper, and the reason for this is because I'm still filming my Valentine's Day video, so it just felt right. I'm currently trying to draft my short story, however I decided I would switch to beta reading as well, just because it was on my mind just now and I was like, I'm gonna go do it. Today I still want to get up to chapter 15, so it just means I have to read 7 chapters over 5, which I can do, I just need to put the time into it. I am going to be fitting that in while also drafting, and this is the thing I like to do called music sprints. And I don't know if anyone else does this, but essentially what this is every song that plays in a playlist, I will work on something during the song playing, and when the song switches, I'll work on something else. So it's kind of like the songs are my sprints. I'm going to work back and forth between beta reading and drafting, and hopefully I don't get confused, but since my first draft of my short story is just not it, and this book, the one I'm beta reading, Project What, since that's Chef's Kiss, I probably won't get confused. I can tell which one's better. I just quickly came in to fill you in that that's what I'm doing, and I might time-lapse myself reading, so if you get confused between why I'm typing sometimes, it's because the song switched. But anyway, that's what we'll do now. I'm here to bring an update on the beta reading because it's been a while since I updated and I just wanted something to say. I am currently on chapter 11 and the feels this book is giving me, I feel everything the characters feel. Sophie, I'm just going to quickly say this one thing. You are so good at description. I'm just at the bit in chapter 11 where something really life-changing happens to one of the characters and it's so painful and so sad, especially since the last time I read about these two characters interacting, it was such a pivotal moment for this character. So now reading, it's all shattered. It's just, this whole world is just shattering before these characters' feet, and I am both very interested in what's going to happen and both careful and trying to pick clues of what's going on, but I can definitely see the mystery. So I am now on act 2 of beta reading and I'm almost 100 pages in, which is absolutely crazy. I think I'm just gonna leave it for now because I want to do some work on my short story, but I will definitely get back into it later. There are so many mysteries and all these questions that came up from Act 1 that I'm excited to see the answers for. So, I really want to get back into it. For now, I'm just going to work on my short story, just gonna relax a little bit, and then later, hopefully in 2 hours or less, I'll get back into it. But that's it for now, and I just can't wait. I'm here to quickly update on the beta reading. I feel like I do this every time I'm downstairs, but it's just because I'm really productive down here when everyone's upstairs. I am currently on Act 2, which is absolutely crazy, but I am. And I'm currently on chapter 14 and on page 119. So my plan is to finish chapter 14, get up to chapter 15, and then tomorrow read up to chapter 20. So I think I'm doing pretty good progress. I managed to catch up, basically, which is pretty great. And we're really starting to get into the nitty-gritty, meaty part of the book, and I'm really excited for it. Sophie just set up so much stuff, and we're getting small tidbits to answer the tiny questions, but then fuel the bigger ones, and she's building the mystery, and she's also world building really well and getting you really immersed into the world, and it's just really good. And this is all done in subtly, so she's not info dumping and just telling you what the world is. She's doing this very cleverly. So I think that's one of my favorite bits about her writing style, is that she knows how to implement this stuff without just throwing it in your face for no reason. There are of things I'm confused about, and I don't know whether that's reader error, if I've missed stuff, or whether it's just the way things are explained, but I do make sure to comment them because even if I'm wrong, at least she's aware. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I do have a lot of editing to do for my video, so whether I'll be able to get that done, those 5 chapters, which I hope I will, is a mystery. I will try my best, but I've also got a lot to edit, so that'll have to be something we see. Can't wait to read more, I guess. I feel like I say this every time, but it's so good. I really can't I don't know how to describe it other than it's really good. It's been a while since I updated you, but that's just because I've been so into beta reading that I didn't really think about filming, but I'm here to quickly update you now. I'm on chapter 22 now, which is like 200 words in, and everything is just being thrown at me and I don't know what to do, but I'm also so into it that I just can't stop. I really like it. I really like the new characters that were introduced. I'm not gonna say any names just in case it's spoilery, and this plot is unfolding so well and I don't even know what to say. I'm just in awe. In like 15 minutes the live stream with Gio and Sophie starts, so I'm probably just going to be writing during that time, but I'm hoping after the stream I can do some beta reading, and if that's the case then I'll come back. If not, I am planning on beta reading tomorrow as well, so I'll come back with that. But what I'm trying to say is I'll come back soon with more updates because it's been a while. And another thing I wanted to say is that this trio, the main trio of this book, they're my favourite. I love them so much. Each of them are so different from each other, but they just click well together. And I love the articles, it really builds up the worlds. But anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to prepare for the stream and hopefully I'll be back soon to talk more about the beta reading. Hello, once again I am downstairs because I'm back with an update, and this is a pretty big update because it's been a while. First is I'm currently on chapter 24 and I'm planning on reaching chapter 30 before the end of the day, so hopefully that can happen because chapter 30 is actually the chapter before act 3. Also, a lot of stuff is going down. There was this big thing with one of the characters and this other character that was pretty important at the start, but then they were sort of like thrown off by a different terrible character, and I don't want to be too specific in case it's spoilery, but all you have to know is okay. I really want the trio to be back together, but they're not, and it's sad. I think I'm going to do more beta reading now because it's been a hot minute. Well, it's been like literal minute since I last beta read, but the story's waiting for me, and the more I read, the less comments I put because I just get so trapped in what's going on that I don't like want to take the time out to be like, okay, time to comment, because I like how I can tell each character from each other. Just from what they're saying, I can tell which one's saying it based on how it's said or what's being said, and I think that shows really great character development. I like everyone of the trio. They're all so fun and interesting. I show a different perspective on this world, and that's what I really like. But anyway, I'm just gonna go get beta reading now. So yeah, enough talking, more reading. I needed to compose myself before writing this, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm smiling because if I don't, I'm actually gonna cry. I'm shaking for real. Chapter 29, man. Chapter 28 and chapter 29. I'm scared to read chapter 30. I don't know what, I don't know. I want to keep reading, but I don't know how I'm gonna emotionally handle it. And literally, if I don't smile about it, I will break down and cry, and that will not be a very pretty sight. Not at all. Okay, I'm gonna go read now. I don't know what to say other than wow, oh my gosh. Turns out I'm actually going to finish the book today. I'm currently on chapter 34 and there's 35 chapters. I was really upset the last time we saw me because that scene, I wish I could talk about that scene, but I can't without spoiling anything, so all I'm going to say is that scene, and anyone who's read the book, you'll know what scene I'm talking about. It's the scene with, hopefully you understand. Then a really good scene happened and now I'm super pumped. My laptop is actually about to die, so I have to go quickly fetch my charger. It's upstairs in my room and I'm in my living room. and then I'm going to read the rest of the book. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, there is so much reader payoff already. I know this is a trilogy, so not everything's gonna be paid off or anything, but wow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go get the charger so I can read. It is currently 12:35 in the morning, so I'll come back tomorrow to let you know my thoughts and everything like that. But for now, I'm done! It was such a good book. Anyway, yeah, I'll come back tomorrow, let you know my thoughts, let you know what I thought about it. I already said that. I'll talk about it more tomorrow when I actually have my thoughts together, because I'm feeling so much right now. I'm feeling so much right now. I can't believe it. I'm done! It was so good! I'm done. Oh my gosh, it feels so daunting. But yes, I am done, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to come back tomorrow before I make a fool of myself. But it was so good. Believe me, it was so good. Today is the next day. I managed to get all my thoughts processed, and I actually was thinking about the story just before I went to sleep. It just couldn't leave my mind. I'm gonna start by saying it was so good. There were certain parts that got me, I didn't expect. There were certain parts I was waiting for, and it finally happened, and the payoff was amazing. She closed enough that you felt pretty content with the book as a book, but she didn't close enough for you to feel satisfied with the entire story, which makes sense as it's a trilogy. I don't really know what to say about it other than it was really good. Very nitpicky stuff that I mentioned, but other than that, I was captivated the whole time. I loved the characters, the main trio of the book. They're the best. I absolutely adore all of them. There were emotional scenes and happy scenes and high stakes scenes and action scenes. Everything you want from a book, guarantee you'll find in this book. A lot of characters are introduced, and it's a little bit hard to keep up with what a character is, who a character is, but not that hard to keep up. It's a very easy thing to follow, because every time a character is mentioned, they do something or they act in a way that you remember them. For example, this is one specific character beginning with the letter T. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil anything. That sometimes I got a little confused by who this person was, but then they said something or they'd done something or characters behaved in a certain way, and I remember who this was. So it's very easy to follow, and I really loved getting to know these characters, getting to know the story, the way everything progressed from just this trio doing something, wanting to get this story out there, to the escalation to what happened at the very end with a lot of consequences and trouble and sadness. I loved the story. It was so good. As soon as I can, I will have it printed out as a book. So Sophie, let me know when I can do that so I can add it to my bookshelf and reread it. I think even if like you read the whole book and you reread it, you'd still be surprised by the scenes. Scenes would still hit you emotionally because it's just so well written, I think. So descriptive and so engaging that it just does it every time. But that's it from me for now. I hope you enjoyed. I actually beta read in less than 10 days, so I got the draft very late on the 8th, and I only managed to read a chapter before I had to go to bed, and then I finished it on the 17th. But technically very early hours of the 18th. And one thing I want to say to Sophie is keep going, because you definitely know what you're doing, and the stories you write, or at least from just this story that I've seen, it is just amazing. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!